Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of NASCAR Heat 5 2023 Mod Career Mode for our fifth and final season. We're looking at the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race results from Atlanta, their second race of the season, where Gio Ruggiero picked up his first career Craftsman Truck Series victory here at Atlanta, holding off Lane Riggs, Corey LaJoie, Chandler Smith, and Grant Enfinger for the win. Then the rest of the top 10, Caden Honeycutt, Bailey Curry, Brent Cruz, Dawson Sutton, and Butterbean Queen. So a huge first career win for Gio Ruggiero. Puts him in a great spot to make the chase here this season. You see the rest of the grid there. Tough finish for Jake Finch in the 71, as well as Tony Breidinger and Luke Fenhouse. But Gio Ruggiero the winner. So here's the updated truck standings. 2 races down, 14 to go in their regular season. Ruggiero, of course, currently is provisionally into the playoffs for the win, but it all depends where he ends up in the points. And you got Chandler Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Grant Enfinger, Bailey Curry, currently those top 5 spots in points. And the 3 wild cards right now would be Butterbean Queen, Corey LaJoie, and Ben Rhodes. So the first drivers out being Andres Perez, Brent Cruz, BJ McLeod, Jake Garcia, Stuart Friesen, Jack Wood, and Stephen Maylazzi in the 0-2 truck. Still a long way to go in this season. A lot's going to change with these standings, but Ruggiero, the winner of the Craftsman Truck Series at Atlanta. The NASCAR Xfinity Series also going to be in action here at Echo Park Speedway for their second race this season, where it was William Sawalich picking up the win here at Echo Park. Of course, his third career win, first on the season. A great run from Daniel Hemrick second, Corey Day with a third place finish, Raja Caruth and Lane Riggs with a career best 5th place finish. Then to the rest of the grid, you see Parker Kligerman, Mason Massey, Caden Honeycutt, Nick Sanchez, and Ryan Truex, the top 10. So shout out to Mason Massey. Great run at his home track. Obviously, he won here a season ago in the Craftsman Truck Series. And see the rest of the grid there. A couple of guys further down than you expect, like Ty Majeski, Sammy Smith, Connor Mozak, Daniel Dye, Corey LaJoie. Not the finishes those guys were looking for. So a big win for William Sawalich. Now look at the updated Xfinity Series playoff grid. 2 races down, 21 to go in the regular season. Currently, Sanchez and Sawalich are 2 winners provisionally into the playoffs. Of course, on points, Raja Caruth has done a phenomenal job so far this season. He's looking really good. Then you got Lane Riggs, Ryan Sieg, Hemrick, Truex, Corey Day, Ty Majeski, and Taylor Gray. Currently the top 10 in the points. You got Alfredo and Mason Massey holding the 2 wildcard positions with Brandon Jones, Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, Caden Honeycutt, Tanner Gray, and more on the outside looking in. In the background, we've been practicing and qualifying for today's main event. Of course, the NASCAR Cup Series Ambetter 400 from Echo Park Speedway here in Atlanta. As we get ready to get underway, here we go. NASCAR Cup Series round number 2 of the final season here at Echo Park Speedway. Chris Buescher puts it on pole position for RFK Racing. Austin Hill and Denny Hamlin have to both go to the rear. Austin Hill changing his engine. Denny Hamlin failing inspection multiple times. We'll put them both behind the 8 ball to start this race. We are once again in the number 2 Powerade Ford Mustang Dark Horse. We try to go back-to-back to start the season for, I believe, the 3rd season in a row. Here as we are green, and we are underway here in the new Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Who is going to find their way into victory lane? It is Chris Buescher leading the field as we get underway here through turns 1 and 2 as we begin this opening stage of racing. We are here from 23rd position here after we qualify, so I'm trying to work our way to the inside of a car that we drove last season. Of course, Connor Zilich now behind the wheel of that number 99 Trackhouse Honda. We go by him. We get by Zane Smith, Daniel Suarez into the top 20 already, working the inside of Noah Gregson here into turn 3, and we are really rolling. Big momentum here early in this race, swinging to the inside of Carson Hocevar, Chase Elliott to the inside of Bowman. Now we are just passing cars left and right. Huge run down the front straightaway all the way into the top 15 into turn 1. We get stacked up behind our Lions teammate of Josh Berry over at the Wood Brothers. Running right about 14th, we get a big slide. Both guys somehow managed to save it. Barry and I avoid causing a huge crash as we continue to storm on through the field. Right by Blaney, Chastain, Christian Eckes, Tyler Reddick. Now going by Ty Gibbs in the 54 to get up all the way up into 9th place. And we are on the move down to the outside of Ryan Preece. 3 wide with Preece and Reddick for 8th. Now 3 wide with Preece and Bubba Wallace as we are flying up through the field. 12th on stage 1, already up from 23rd to 7th. We have been incredibly quick moving our way through this field already, now making the pass for 7th on the 60 of Ryan Preece. Going to be a tough one to make those. Ty Gibbs gives us a big push here down this back straight. Or my correction, is actually Tyler Reddick giving us the shove, not Ty Gibbs. As you can tune a motor on down the exit of turn 4, we get very loose there. Exit of 4, a little bit of contact with Preece down the front straightaway. We all managed to keep it going the right direction. We clear Priest for 7th field state. We're now caught the 40 of Justin Allgaier for Junior Motorsports. We're going to drive right by him on the inside for 6th place, but a great start to the race for JRM and Justin Allgaier. Field state, we're now catching the 17 of Chris Buescher for the top 5. He's your pole sitter. He slipped back, and now we're going to clear him for 5th place. Now, just like that, we're in the top 5. Few laps later, catching up to Kyle Larson now for position number 4, as Corey Heim currently leads this race over William Byron and Joey Logano, as we are battling alongside Larson here with 6 to go in stage 1, side drafting the 2021 Cup Series champion. We get to the inside, and we're going to pass Larson here. Into 4th we go, continuing to just show that we have the winning speed here today, just gradually moving our way through the field. A few laps later, Logano, our teammate, and the leaders, Heim and Byron, are on pit road. Your leaders are into the pits, so we stay out and inherit the race lead here with just 4 to go in stage 1. Fuel is really tight, so here we are on the last lap of stage 1. Myself and Alfredo are the only cars who stayed out here. I mean, I'm really just going incredibly slow through these corners. I'm just trying to save fuel as much as possible. I have a lap lead on everybody, so I'm just trying to make sure I have enough to go. Now that I know the fuel has hit 0, I'm basically going full send here to 3 and 4, and we'll see when the car starts to sputter. And here we go, the car's starting to sputter in 3 and 4. Can we make it to the line and not run out of gas here to win this stage on strategy? Looks like we're going to be able to sputter and stutter across lines. We go sideways. We're going to be spinning across the line to win stage 1 out of gas here at Echo Park Speedway. What a dramatic end of the stage right there, but we pick up our 2nd stage win on the season. Alfredo comes through to be 2nd, followed by Corey Heim, Kyle Larson, and Joey Logano, the top 5. Then William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, and Ross Chastain, the top 10. Myself and Alfredo currently the only cars scored on the lead lap as we pick up the stage win. Now we begin stage 2 here, 22 laps in this stage. That strategy call that we just pulled not going to be able to work here in this stage, as we battle Anthony Alfredo in the 62 for Beard Motorsports, having a heck of a run on strategy to start this race here at Echo Park Speedway. But we are clearly the faster race car here. Going to get a little bit of a draft help from Chase Briscoe, who's trying to race his way back on the lead lap. And we clear Alfredo easily in the 3 and 4, and we are off driving away here in Atlanta, trying to find our way to victory lane for the 2nd race in a row to begin this season. So far, so good for us here at the brand new Echo Park Speedway. Now 16 to go in stage 2, up to a 7-second lead on Alfredo now, as we're just driving away here. The caution will come out. That will give the free pass to Shane Van Gisbergen. Corey Heim's already lead us. Now later in this restart, Corey Heim has caught up to us, and now we got to battle Corey Heim for the lead here at Echo Park Speedway. How about the 67, Corey Heim? 3rd-year driver here. Of course, last season got his first career win at Canada, made the playoffs, had a great season. Now in front of us, he was driving away, but now he gets slowed down because Carson Quaffle in the 88 is blown and tired. It continues the rough day for Junior Motorsports, and we throw a beautiful crossover on Corey Heim. 5 to go in stage 2. I'm trying to take this lead back into turn 1 and 2, so I go full send, and we pull an absolute heater of a slide job into turn 1, way too deep in the corner. We have to lift out of the gas, and Corey Heim able to take the lead back, but the caution. They finally call the caution for Carson Quaffle, and that saves us. So now 2 to go in stage 2. There's going to be a mano-a-mano duel between myself and Corey Heim here into turn 1 to see who will take the lead and control this race. And we were able to clear Heim and take the lead and try to establish control to be in position to sweep these stages here at Echo Park. As of course myself, Heim, Alfredo, SVG, and C-Bell are right now the 5 cars on the lead lap. Everyone else 1 lap down. Here we are, final lap, stage 2, and here comes Shane Van Gisbergen. SVG on the move, trying to get a stage win on a drafting track. Who would have thought? As we were trying to hold him off right now to bring this one home down this back straight over the final time in the stage. We have been in control so far these final couple laps here. Just been able to block SVG here, blocking him all the way down to that bottom apron into turn 3, just trying to cover that lane off so he can't get a run to maintain the lead to win this stage. That's exactly what we're going to do as we come through to win stage 2 and sweep the stages here at Echo Park Speedway at Atlanta. A beautiful performance from ourselves. SVG 2nd, Corey Heim, Alfredo, and Bell the top 5. Then Larson, Chastain, hosts of our Byron, and Michael McDowell, your top 10 in this 2nd stage. So we have won 3 of 4 stages this season. The only other one was won by our teammate Joey Logano. So far, Ford and Team Penske are 4 for 4 for stage wins on the season. And here we are, 23 laps to go at Echo Park Speedway. We are right to the inside of the 62 of Anthony Alfredo. We drive by him into 4th. We go now, setting our sights on Heim Time and SVG. But what a restart from the 20 of Christopher Bell, who takes the lead. Couldn't it today be the day for C. Bell to get his first win of the season? Of course, last season he won 4 times. One of our chief championship rivals all season long. And now here we are battling Bell once again for the lead, this time here in Atlanta. We are side by side through 3 and 4. We get a nose ahead of him on exit of the turn 4. And now we're trying to clear him down this front straightaway. 22 laps remain here at Echo Park Speedway. Can we hang on and bring home this dominant win? We get really loose there in turn 1, hitting the apron. We're able to hang on and clear C. Bell for the race lead. And we are in control here in the ATL. 14 laps remaining. We've driven away from Heim, who's trying to pit, and the caution comes out right as his pit cycle begins. So we have another restart, and we are trying to hold back both Corey Heim and SVG here. The 3 of us have driven away now with just little laps left in this race. I believe we're coming to 9 laps to go this time by as we get really loose right there in the apron. Here comes SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen to the outside. We try to fit in line behind him and make contact. Sideways around goes Shane Van Gisbergen. The 97, a huge rack behind us. Into the wall, collecting more cars. There goes Gregson Berry into the outside wall, hard behind us. The caution will come out, and we will have a restart with 4 laps remaining here at Echo Park Speedway. I decide to come down and pit to take 4 tires and fuel. We go by the lap car. Zane Smith down the inside of Alfredo for 6. SVG, who we just crashed right there in front of us, in 5th place in the 97. We'll go by him now, setting our sights on Larson and Carson Hocevar. That rhymes, Larson and Carson. We go by both of them here to get into 3rd place, down to the inside of C. Bell, barely on exit of 4. Side by side for 2nd now with just 3 laps to go at Echo Park Speedway, but it is Corey Heim leading in the 67. Can he hold on to get a 2nd career win? We got a huge run though to the center of 1 and 2 to the exit. We get to the left rear of Heim in a big side draft of the 67. Now we're side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. The fresh tires clearly making a difference here in Atlanta as we drive by Heim, and we are back in the lead here at Echo Park Speedway with just 2 laps remaining, looking to go back to back to start the season once again. And here we are, a white flag final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Echo Park Speedway. We have driven out to a half a second lead over Corey Heim, and we are on cruise control. We are home free from here. The fresh tires did their job, and the Penske and Ford dominance to start this season will only continue through the first and second race of the season now. So you go through 3 and 4 for the final time to cap off a perfect day, sweeping the stages. And now we come down the front straightaway, and we are going to win at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta with a smart call late in the race for fresh tires. That was the difference. And obviously that controversial moment where we made contact with Shane Van Gisbergen with 8 laps to go sent him around. That will certainly be talked about in the media circles all week long. Just misjudged the gap there, trying to fit in behind him, and we ended up clipping him and unfortunately caused that crash, but ended up working in our favor as we burn it down here in the front straightaway. To go 2 for 2, back-to-back wins to start the season as we did last season. So already a great start to the final season of this career mode for us here in our new ride at Team Penske. Now, shortly, we're going to head to Victory Lane, celebrate with the crew, who's great all day long. Got us to Victory Lane. Penske is bringing such fast Fords to these super speedway races. Just incredible. These drafting tracks, always so fast. Really capitalize on that, bring home the win. Excited for Mid-Ohio next episode for sure. So now look at your final race results from today's race. Of course, we pick up the huge win here in Atlanta, our 2nd in a row to start the season. Corey Heim really showed out today. I'd like to argue one of the best races of his Cup career so far. Led a lot of laps, finished 2nd place. Great run for him. Carson Hocevar, another impressive 3rd place run for the young driver, 77. Both these guys definitely going to be threats for the chase for the Cup this year. I tell you what, they are really, really fast. C. Bell, a great top 5 run. SVG, of course, that crash really taking him out of what honestly deserved to be a podium run here today. Not quite what he's looking for. Larson, Alfredo, Haley, Zane Smith, Berry the top 10. See through the rest of the grid there. Great run for Christian Eckes in 11th. And disappointment for Allgaier, Wallace, LaJoy, Retzloff, Quaffle, all outside the top 30. As we get the updated playoff grid, 2 races down, and of course, no surprise, we are once again at the top of the charts in the point standings, comfortably, provisionally in the playoffs with 2 victories. Corey Heim, Carson Hocevar, SVG, Joey Logano, great starts to the season and good spots on points so far. Then you got William Byron, Justin Haley, Jesse Love, Kyle Busch, and C. Bell running at your top 10 in points. And then the 2 wild cards currently would be Zane Smith and Noah Gragson, the Front Row Motorsports teammates, with Chase Briscoe, Christian Eckes, Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Connor Zilisch, Todd Gilliland, and Cole Custer. On the outside looking in, heading to Mid-Ohio, our first road course race of the season. Next episode should be a fun one. And as we end this episode, as always, I'm going to give a shout out to my channel members. Thanks so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now on a road towards 2,000 subscribers. So those of you that are watching this video or are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and I really, really appreciate it. If you want to get your shout out here at the end of the video like these 3 and become a paid channel member, link is in the description down below. And until the next episode from Mid-Ohio, I hope you all have a good one.